JanBask training. Learn and grow.
Coming to the list, what I've showed you, tuple and list, these are almost same things. It can be sliced. Okay, going towards the another function is the range function. Okay, here you see I have written something EDA and I have executed the cell. Now the error it comes that EDA is not defined. You may get this type of errors very frequently when you have already defined a variable like VAR and by mistake you have written something called VCR. So it will give you that name is not defined. Okay. This is the common error. So that means you have to check it back again and we'll see like where you have defined, whether you have defined it or you are entering the name incorrectly. Coming to the range, for creating a list of values, we are using the function called range. Here you see range 15. Okay, for creating a list of values in sequence. So the range 15, once you create it with a assign a variable to gen, we'll see what we are getting in our Jupyter. Okay, so range 10. Okay, RNG, you are getting a tuple in between the values 0 to 10. So once you want to print the value, you, because it's a list, always it will generate, you make it list RNG. Okay, now you see the index starts from 0 and it ends with 10. Okay, so in total you are printing 10 numbers, but whatever the number you have given, like range to that number, that one is excluded because the index starts from 0. So likewise 15, then it will be 0 to 14. Okay, range of values you are creating and assigning to a variable called whatever RNG. Here is the range function. Okay, adding and removing elements to the list, same way append function you will use it like the tuple. Okay, here you want to add something to the list which is having house, car, bike, and you are appending convertible. So now it's there, house, car, bike, convertible. Okay, what's the difference between insert function and append function? This is a minor difference. Oh, sorry, minor difference, but you guys should understand because you may get its requirement when you are doing some creating a function, then you may get it when we are creating a loop. You may feel the requirement of insert and append. Append will insert the value whatever is there to the last. Okay, you see here in the last, the B list consists of house, car, bike. Okay, here, and house, car, bike, and you are using the append function here. Then it's inserting the convertible to the last of the list. But if you use the insert function, okay, dot insert, that command, then you have to give two arguments. We call it arguments. One is the index value and another one is the value you want to insert. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, that means you are asking in the second index my value has to be blue. Okay, so house, car, 0, 1 in the second index, now blue, again bike, convertible. Okay, this is a subtle difference between insert and append. Okay, and to inverse the operation to insert is called pop. So once you do the pop, whatever to the index, it will delete it and it will give you that value. So you are doing pop index 2, 0, 1, 2. Now blue is removed and the list consists of house, car, bike, convertible. Okay, so insert, opposite of insert is pop, dot pop. Okay, elements can be removed to the append. Another function is remove. You can remove whatever you want, means the value you want, you can remove it. But mostly we are not going to use all this. We will do with the pandas where we will use a function called drop. Okay, with the drop and axis will clear all this. But yeah, you should know for the remove we can use to dot remove for the list thing. Okay, ball in B list, it will, the in operator, we can check whether it's there in the list or not. If it's there, it will give you a true. If not, it will give you a false. Like in B list, car, bike, convertible, house now. So bike is there. Yeah, it's true. Okay. Ball is there. In B list, no, false. True, false are Boolean functions. If you remember the data types I have told you, integer, float, string, Boolean. Okay. Just like tuples, adding two lists together with the concate, we can concate them like that way we have done it for tuple. The same way for the list. If you add a plus mark, it will be added in a sequence. Okay. So if we have already a list defined, we can append the multiple elements by using the extend method. Okay, there is another method to the append, how we can add values to the list. Okay, now comes the function sorting. So dot sort, it will always sort you, the sort function, into the ascending range. That means the first is the lowest, next are the highest values. Okay, binary search. Yeah. Now comes the slicing part, which is, again, I'm saying, guys, the slicing part is very much relevant. Just concentrate. And now you can remember that I have done a mistake, okay, at the time of saying. So this thing you will always remember. I guess that, yeah, somebody has told you first instance wrong, so that you will not repeat that one. And the wrong part is the first one is included, means the correct one, and the last is not included. Okay, just remember we are going to use it again and again for choosing the columns, the values we want, row. Okay, so slicing, we have seen it, the index or the list slicing. Okay, another dimension of slicing is VAR. Now my values are 54, 87, 76, 90. I want, okay, so I want the values from 0 to 3. Okay, from 0 to 3. So what I can do, I can go ahead. That means I want the values 0, 1, 2. Sorry. So I can put it 0 to 3. So it should give me 54, 87, 76. The another way I can do it, VAR. Okay. Yeah, you see, both are same. So when you are giving only semicolon and the number, that index number, that means you are saying that you want from the starting to that one. Okay. The same way, when you are giving a number and slice or one and putting semicolon and keeping the second value as blank, then you will get it from that number to the last. There is a small difference. If you see, when I am giving none value, no value, semicolon 3, okay, that means I am saying that from the beginning to that index. Okay, and in Python, in the range, the last one is not included, so I will get 0, 1, 2, because the number 3 is not included. I mean, the third index is not included. The same way in the VAR, okay, from 1 to semicolon, that means from the first index to the last, whatever is there. I am having 20 numbers, then I will get all the 20 numbers starting from the first index. Okay, here I am not getting 54 because 54 is my 0th index, so I am not getting it. I am starting from 87, 87, 76, 90. Okay, I am again and again making or insisting slicing is important. So at least if you are not able to remember the append, insert, pop, these are the key functions, okay, or the key features of this Python. Okay, but at least the slicing has to be remembered. Okay, so same thing. In the slicing, we can give something called the negative value. The negative value, okay, we'll see here what is the negative value will do. Okay, I am putting VAR -2. Okay, now you see I am putting -2. The symbol minus will start the list from the last. So I am asking that I want last two values, okay, or whatever is there from the last second to the last. So I am getting two values here. Okay, and if I put -1, you want, why we require it? Sometimes we want to get the last value of the list. So instead of count and assume that there are some 50,000 values are there, assume. So instead of writing a code to count all these values, then access the last one, just put it the -1. Okay, you will get it the last value. When you put the -2, you will get the second last value. When you put the 3, you will get the third last value. Okay, so when you put minus, the list will be accessed from the reverse. And here it will not start from 0. Okay, it will start from 1. Okay, you see again, when I am putting 0, it's a loop. The 0 will again divert it to the first one. Okay, -0. So 0 and -0 both are same. Okay, but actually to access the last one, we have to start with 1. 1 is 90, 2 is 76, like this. And if I put -3, that means here I have come to the last 3 and I am putting a semicolon. That means from the last third to the entire last. It should give me 87, 76, 90. Yeah, correct. From the last, you have come to the -3. From there, you are putting a semicolon. And the second field is you are not mentioning. That means you want the entire. Okay. Navigate indices with the sequence relative to the -4. Okay, the same way you can introduce minus in the range. Okay, and illustration of Python slicing. Yeah, you can see like how it is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Okay, so 2 to 4, the string 0, 1, 2. Okay, 4 is not included, so that means 2 and 3. The index second and third, you are getting it 0, 1, 2, 3. So both L. And again here from -5 to -2. So it will come to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from here to -2. 0, 1, 2, -2 is not included, so it will come towards till -3. In the range, the last value is not included, or the end value. We call it start value, and this is called end value. Okay, yeah, clever way is for reversing it. We can use the -1, so the entire list will be reversed. Yeah, we have seen that one.
JanBask training. Learn and grow.